Janus Jaguar here with some afterthoughts on the previous episode of that Am I the Bunghole? Um, well, obviously, the main reason why you probably really break up is because of, that's right, moral incompatibility, but most likely it's compatibility in general. In this case, one of them was a deep seated Republican, and the other one was probably quite left wing. Well, not left wing, but you know what I mean. They did. They actively said that they were left wing, or they actively said that they were a feminist. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. Just there's something wrong with that for him, actually. But that is actually the point that I need to get to here is that it is a problem for him, which also then becomes a problem for her, and thus a problem for their relationship. So therefore, obviously, you are never in the wrong to break up with somebody unless it's over the super duper silly stuff like they tie their shoelaces odd. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about morality. Specifically, the difference between somebody who is a Trump supporter, whether that is a I'm a Republican, so I always vote red, or that is Make America Great Again. I've been at three of the freaking things, and I was there when the hoax of assassination happened in Pennsylvania. So, the question turns into is it okay? Obviously, it's okay. Morality is never a question of not being okay because that is subjectively personal to you, and you need to live with this choice for as long as you want to, in this case. But obviously, not everybody has that choice to turn the other way after they make, in this case, that commitment. We can consider that a privilege of sorts, but it shouldn't be a privilege, but that unfortunately is how you treat it. But that's not what we're getting into here. The point is morality. And what is the morality here? I don't even understand it. I don't understand how somebody who is pro Trump could even be in a relationship with a woman. I can understand why they could be in a relationship with another man. I don't understand why they would be pro Trump, but if they were doing that, but still, if your ethics or moralities, they don't all have to align. They really do not. And me and my wife is a great example of this. My wife is much, much more left leaning than I am. I am also left leaning. Like if you did it from a scale of like -5 to 0, and then like the right would be like 1 to 5. I'm about a 2.5 or a 3, where my wife is closer to a 4. I'm not saying like that's an exaggeration, just so you know, but I'm just trying to paint the picture for you. I'm like a step or two behind her, so to speak, and it's about fundamental differences. Because like as the thing said, he started blaming everybody. And 2021 was the best time to get a new job. The pandemic was actually a unique opportunity for many people to transition their jobs because the workforce, or rather the work environment, was desperate for work for obvious reasons. But this this person, OP's partner, did not take advantage of that. And I understand the nursing school for 7 years, to a degree, not the 7 years part, but not doing the prereqs for it, because nursing is hard. Like, there's a reason why OP makes $400,000. Like, I worked in psychiatrics. I am a former psychiatric advocate. I worked in private facilities, and yeah, it. I can't do that. Like, I mean, I did it for 7 years myself. I'm glad I got fired during the pandemic, which found me the best job now that allowed me to put on my Goodwill Hunting impression. Period. And well, the really the test of any relationship is actually living together. And I don't understand personally how the OP, and this is a lot of stories, didn't see this coming. Like, I understand that people can be closeted about a lot of things, but there's hints. You know, you can't be a Trump fan, for example, and not show any Republican attitudes. Like, that doesn't make sense. Period. Unless there is an exception. And that is another conversation we are going to have later. We've already had it partially, and it is why the Democrats lost. Yeah. So, see you on the flip side. This is Janus Jaguar out.